Welcome back to the guide series. Now, the mission week is pretty much done. But before we get into the mission week and how we did, I want to let you know, I do this in the main series as well. Sport videos are now all edited and ready to go. I just gotta produce about 15 more videos, and then they'll be up on the channel. So I am working on that, and later on today as well, there will be a Minecraft video on the seed meeting that we usually do on the seed meeting day, which is usually on a Sunday, and today's a Sunday, as you probably know. So we'll be working on that video once all the seed meetings come out, which I don't know what time they'll all be out. So far, there's only one still, only the one from before. So we have that one going so far. We have a few games this week as well. So volleyball's this week, and I think there's one next week. And then we also got sectionals, like I said, coming up here on the channel. I'm gonna try to get these videos up quickly. Now, what I mean quickly is I gotta produce about 15, 20 more videos, get them up, and then hopefully I can get them up. I still gotta go through and put the ads and all that kind of stuff into the videos, but they should hopefully be up within a few days. If not this week, next week. Um, I'm still working. I still got stuff going on. Yeah. So that's the sport up little information, if you want to call it, on the sports. Like I said, I finally got them all done. Now it's just a matter of producing them all, which takes about 40 minutes per game. And I got about 15, 20 games to produce. So it's still going to be a little bit of time, but I'm going to get them up as quickly as I can. Like I said, I got sectionals coming up very soon. So, mission, as you know, the first mission was upgrade buildings, as you know, because we did the video on that day. The first mission was upgrade buildings. So what did we upgrade? Well, there's 3 buildings that we upgraded, 2 that we did not in a video. We didn't really show off the stats in the video when we did. So we did the hospital, the watchtower, and the depot. The depot we did in the video. The watchtower and the hospital we did. I did it preparing for the video. I started upgrading that building way before the mission started, so we could get the mission done. So the hospital was 21,153,840 of food, 10,020,240 of wood, 2,226,720 of stone, and 1,366,032 of iron. That building alone gave us 5,707 points, or power, point value of 173,270. Watchtower gave us 10, food was 10,131,680. Wood was 10,131,683. Stone was 77,793,60. And iron was 389,680. Total power or point value of that building, power was 6,508. Point value was 195,240. And the depot, which we did in the video, was 7,719,140 of food and wood. So it was 7,719 food and wood. Stone was 593,780, and iron was 296,890. Total power value or point value of 5,007 or 5,070. Power point value of 150, 210. Total power point value of 518,160. So again, we were 258,160 over the 260 that we had to do. And for this video, I also went and remember I told you I took screenshots of the buildings that we didn't do during the video, so you could see like what we got, what we had to gather. So again, there is the 21 million for the hospital, but we only really spent 20 million because we had that boost on. So that was the first building that we did, which again took 3 days to upgrade. So that's why I'm saying that building was done before. And the other one was the watchtower. As you can see from this screenshot, another 3 days. So both those were 3 days and 3 hours. and there's the resources required for that building. So, and then here's the screenshot of the power mission of that mission getting done. So again, we got our 518,060. And I guess I can go to the next page here. The next mission of the week was recruit. Now I did my normal recruiting of our 1,200, which across the board for that would have been, well, across the board that's how much it would be. In total, it was 480. Okay. And in the second group, we did 670. So if you combine them together, we had our 1,870 across the board. Like each unit had 1,070, and then total that we had recruited for that mission was 7,480. Okay. Now again, obviously, when we had that mission, I was also gathering. So, like I said, that gave us our 532,600 of our points. So if you look here's our recruiting mission. We actually got it done before the mission ended, a day ahead. So we got our 532, and across, like I said, across the board, we did recruit our normal 1,870 across the board. Here's a screenshot of them all being in the base, and then these marches down here were all sent out. So again, that's what we got, and we're now almost 1,000, 1 million units. So yeah. So the next mission, was another mission that we always get done, and that was gather. Now, this account in particular only goes to our elite mines, and for that mission, we went to our elite mines, you know, the ones right here, and we gathered no food or wood. Okay, we gathered almost 720,000 of stone and 240,000 of iron. That was a total resources of 960, and we got 30,000 points. Now, unlike the other, the main series, we had 375. I could have done a little more March, but I had a game that night, and I just didn't want to deal with recalculating the points. So we got 40,000 over what we had to do, so we got the mission done. I mean, that's the most important thing. The most important thing is getting the mission done. So, there's our mission being done. So the last mission of the week was another successful mission, and you probably know that's a 2-day mission. So, and that was attack monsters. Now, I did the same thing I did in the main series. Is I bought, and which I could probably show you right now. There's a auto attack feature in the game. Okay. And in the benefits, you can see there's a little thing here that says benefits, and it has auto attack. So this auto attack lets you set a march up for attack monsters. So basically, what we did is I go in here, and I said, okay, we can take down a 26, which I believe this is what we did. Yeah, we did 26s this time. All the higher accounts did 27s. This account did 26s. The 2 smaller accounts underneath this one did 15s. The ones below that did a different level. If we had the 5th march enabled, we could still do a 5th march. But right now, you can see it says this is how many you can do. And then basically, you can add in stamina you want to use. We have 80 right now. I'm not going to do anything like that. And then all we had to do was hit start auto attack. And then it would go out and it would start attacking. And I have a new system that I could have done that I didn't know about. And I talked about this in the other series as well. Is my computer has a thing that is called like link to cell. The only thing is I can't use OBS to video the screen. But what I was able to do is I was able to set the screen up on the computer. And have it up on the computer, and then I could, hit start, and I could do editing of sporting videos. That's what I did. So that night, Friday night, I came home from my football game. I set this auto attack up. I would go do editing of some sport videos or whatever I had to do, and then once it was done, I went to another account. So that's how basically I was able to get attack monsters done, and I did 80 attacks, which was pretty nuts. 80 attacks. Normally, I only have to do 70, but since auto attack didn't use the stamina all the way sometimes, and more stamina came in, so in that hour to, I think it took an hour to do all the accounts. Like each account I did, it took an hour. Except for the smaller accounts and the higher accounts got the first stage done in this mission. But like I said, in this mission alone, we did 80 attacks of 26s. So basically, with that 8 attacks, we did get our mission done. And like I said, if you look here, 617, 600 is 80 attacks. So with 24 minutes remaining, I got the mission done. We had our 614,000 points, 600 out of 486. So we did 2 more attacks after. So that did the mission week. Hopefully you enjoyed these videos. Auto attack is only good for 7 days, so it will expire. So hopefully there will be some other missions to use auto attack for. But that and my friend in my alliance, as you can see here, also reached a level higher level. So yeah, that auto attack is kind of nice because you can just auto attack and it does the work for you. But it's only good for some days, so I got it for another few days. So yeah, and there's our, attacks on the monster. Again, I did a 27 to see if we could take it down. I couldn't go down, so then we went to 26s. We might be able to take 27 downs, but just not with the 5th March, maybe. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see any. So, but yeah, that's how the mission went. Pretty successful mission. Now, I think in this account, so we have 2 more buildings that we can upgrade for upgrade buildings, which is nice. This account does have 2 buildings to upgrade. So when it does become upgrade buildings, give me a sec here. I'm gonna do a little thing here and see if I can find out what buildings we can upgrade for upgrade buildings for next time. Okay, so we're gonna take these out. So what buildings we have in this other blacksmith here? So for those 2 last buildings that we have, so put these into the spreadsheet. We might have enough points to do it. Yeah, we will. Okay. So, oh, we're not. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Okay, so those supponents won't do the mission. They almost do. So yeah, we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a barracks, maybe. Yeah, we could do a barracks. Yeah, we have enough resources to do another barracks. I mean, that would do the mission completely, but we'll have to see if I can get enough resources to do a barracks. That's the other thing. So I'm gonna put it down as a questionable one. I definitely would get the mission done. Let's see. Yeah, they're definitely get the mission done. Actually, that one building does the mission. So yeah, if I did all those buildings right, we're looking at 37 million food, which we have. We need 31 million wood, which we don't have. 8 million stone, and 3 million of iron. Now, in reserves, we do have it. So we might have to use some reserves if I do decide to do those 3 buildings, which is like I said, and we have a lot of points if we did do it that way. More points than we probably need. So yeah, we do double what we have to do, which is fine. We'll see. Or I might do do 2 outside buildings and then do a research in the technology area. That would be another thing we could do. That would save us on some iron, because the barracks iron is like 3 million. So that would be only 4 million iron, which we have almost right now. Um, so I might do that. You know, find another building to upgrade. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. How much is the? I mean, wait a minute. Yeah, we have it in the wall, which I'd like to keep everyone on the same page though. So yeah, basically all we have right now is those 2 buildings, and we can do a barracks. We could do a leadership. Yeah, we could do a leadership instead of the barracks. So let's take the barracks out. I don't know how much this leadership would give us, but this would give us more in a march, so that would be nice. Um, I don't know. I mean, we don't have the materials, so let's. I'll put it down for right now. I don't know how much that would give us, but so that's in there now. And yeah, that right there should do the mission. So we'll put that down as a leadership. 3, 6 of 10. Okay, so that's probably what we're gonna upgrade. Okay, so that is gonna do the video for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, support videos will be coming up soon. I think we did everything. So until the next